a continuous source of amusement because nobody expects it. The roof for the new Ferrari Portofino, the all-new option to the outgoing California T, has cuts and breaks within it, sure, however it still looks nearly the same as a permanent hardtop. Then you push the button around the center console and, whoa! Look at that! The eyes of anyone standing nearby go full wide as being the Portofino's buttocks folds open, the rooftop raises up, as well as the entire fixed roof lowers onto a space that, a few moments earlier, looked much too small to swallow a couple of golf bags, significantly less an entire hardtop. When the rooftop is packed away, though, the Portofino appears to be it was designed to be a drop-top full-time, especially considering the two dramatic fairings that rise behind each rear headrest for the rear deck. Amazingly, in spite of the hardtop folded away, there's still a decent amount of trunk room underneath it. Nobody who climbs when driving of the Portofino will cherish roof logistics or cargo space, though, since this new Ferrari is just too scintillating a driving experience. Compared with all the California T, the newest car's 32-valve, twin-turbo 3.9-liter V8 makes an additional 39 horsepower and 4 lb-ft more torque, pushing the overall to 591 horsepower at 7,500 revolutions per minute. Storming by having the revised version of Ferrari's acclaimed dual-clutch 7-speed, that's enough firepower to file for the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour within 3.1 seconds and also onto a top speed of at least 199 miles per hour. What the numbers don't convey, though, is simply how awesome this performance feels from when driving. Especially due to the immediacy in the open cockpit, the onrush of speed are few things short of sensational, the wind whistling by, the street and its surroundings smearing into a rampaging blur, the screaming exhaust note seemingly blasting beyond Marshall amps stacked to the rear seats and cranked to 11. And, man, can doing all this mighty V8 throb with torque. There's much on tap, actually, that Ferrari doesn't even allow the entire thing to come on stream in first through third gears. The engine management computer then metes out a greater portion of it as you climb over the gearbox, but only in 7th do all 561 pound-feet are able to play. At the wheel, in auto-shifting mode, whatever you notice may be the transmission shifting quickly into 7th at each and every opportunity, the safer to reduce the V8's ravenous thirst for fuel. It's no problem, though. As there's a whole lot brawn available, the Portofino accelerates smartly even if churning away at low revs in top gear. That said, I never used automatic mode after creating a brief test, always switching to manual and shifting myself while using carbon fiber paddles in the driver's seat. Yeah, I burned via a lot of dinosaur juice accomplishing this. But above 3,000 revolutions per minute roughly the engine sounds so electric and drawn. No Portofino owner would like to drive it another way. It's worth noting that, compared with all the California T, the brand new car's exhausts are larger in diameter and they are now electronically controlled. When fully open, they emit a far hairier cry compared to Cali's more subdued bellow. In comparison to its beauty, the Portofino trounces the California T. Yes, Ferrari made improvements in the original California for the T that refined the shape from the latter car, even so the Portofino runs in an altogether more stylish crowd. It's a stupendous car to check out, brimming with curves and creases and scoops, the majority them functional and also resting thin vertical intakes beside each headlight, as an example. Feed air down and out over the front wheel spokes to relieve drag. Nobody I met while driving the automobile around Los Angeles had certainly not applause for that styling. At a stoplight, one guy within a big SUV looked into the open Ferrari and offered, "Let's trade. You can have my truck." And the 3 kids at the spine. And my partner. His wife is at the passenger seat. She didn't appear to get laughing. My test car carried the optional magnetoheliological adaptive shocks, $5,568, and when you're purchasing a Portofino you would like them, too. Even in sport mode selected with the Manettino dial about the steering wheel, the ride is sublime. The engineers at Ferrari have long possessed a nearly superhuman capacity to craft suspensions that deliver both staggering handling prowess and also the luxurious glide of a magic carpet. The Portofino isn't an exception. Switching to comfort softened things simply a tad, although not enough that I felt the desire to drive and definitely not sport at all times. Standard are Ferrari's F1 traction control system as well as a newly added EDF differential, originally developed for Ferrari's Formula One cars. The electronically controlled system continually adjusts the torque relating to the two rear wheels as required, making for formidable grip when powering beyond corners and all of but eliminating wheel spin. During a few hours hurling the Ferrari through the best mountain passes in Malibu, the Portofino proved literally breathtaking, attacking turns with massive lateral G-forces, steering with precision. The Portofino is the second Ferrari, including the brand new 812 Superfast, to feature an electronically assisted system, and braking powerfully and securely anytime carbon ceramic rotors are standard. I should observe that Ferrari were able to cut nearly 200 pounds compared with all the California T. Yet body rigidity has been said to be improved by roughly 35%. For sure, in spite of the top stowed away, the Portofino felt outright tight and solid, with exactly the slightest trace of body quivers on really broken pavement. Also to note, the rear seats are pretty much just there for appearances, but repeatedly I drove with my lady up front and, with the spine, my 5'8" daughter possible by sliding the passenger seat fully forward. My daughter grumbled a tad about the limited legroom but, hey, she was riding in the Ferrari. She didn't grumble much. The Portofino starts just under $211,000, but my test car, painted in grigio titanio using a QOEO copper-colored leather interior, checked in at $268,608. The options are staggeringly costly, including $4,219 for Apple CarPlay. Yikes, $1,856 for skewed Diria Ferrari shields about the front fenders, $6,075 for back and front parking cameras. They work great, mind you, $6,412 for fully electric seats, and $6,412 for the premium head unit. Having said that, will you honestly think any potential Portofino buyer cares whether the vehicle costs $211,000 or $270,000? Me either. They just want the automobile, and when I had the amount of money to look shopping for a Ferrari store, I'd have the same. Frankly, each of the options on my tester, let alone how expensive, truly did add for the magnificently comfortable and always stirring motoring experience. As test cars always do, quickly enough the Portofino turned in a pumpkin and disappeared, whisked from my hands and returning to its permanent garage. But I thought this was a special one. I'll be fondly remembering this remarkable new Ferrari for any long time to return. 2018 Ferrari Portofino specifications. Price: $210,783, $268,608 as tested. Engine: 3.9 liters 32-valve twin-turbocharged V8 591 HP at 7,500 revolutions per minute, 561 lb-ft at 3,000 revolutions per minute. Transmission: 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. Layout: 2-door, 2+2 passenger, front engine, RWD convertible. EPA mileage 1,623 miles per gallon. City Hui Estate. LXWXH 180.6 by 76.3 by 51.9 inches, wheelbase 105.1 inch. Weight 3,750 pounds. Estate 060 miles per hour, 3.1 seconds, top speed 199 miles per hour.